Today I'm going to tell you a story. I know lots of stories. One of them is Castaway. Chuck worked for a worldwide delivery company in the USA. It was his job to get the really important parcels to their addresses. He often had to travel great distances with these parcels. He had to travel across land and sea so he could safely deliver them to the places written on them. One night, Chuck was traveling with a parcel on one of the company's planes when disaster struck. The plane got into a huge tropical storm. There was nothing the pilot could do as the plane fell from the night sky into the ocean below. Chuck woke up. He was lying on a golden sandy beach. He had cuts all over his body. He was in a lot of pain. His clothes were wet and torn. For a while he remembered nothing, but then his memories came back. He remembered the plane hitting the water and breaking in two. He remembered seeing the island at night in the light of the flashes of lightning in the sky. He remembered swimming towards the island. He remembered how he was almost dying as he was climbing over the rocks. The first few hours were full of hope. He hoped maybe the pilot was also somewhere on the island. He hoped they would soon find him. He was happy to be alive. There were a few parcels from the plane on the beach. Chuck didn't open them. He still hoped to deliver them unopened one day. But as the hours turned into the days, the hope slowly disappeared. One day, the dead body of the pilot washed up on the beach. Chuck buried his friend in the sand. There was no rescue plane coming. Chuck was on his own. Now he had to use all his energy to survive. He had to learn how to make a fire. It took him days. When he finally saw some flames, he laughed with joy. He couldn't just survive on coconut water. He had to learn how to catch fish. It took him days, and when he finally caught one, he cried with happiness. He built himself a shelter from the rain. He built himself a bed from coconut tree leaves. He didn't want to die on this island, and he did everything he could to survive. One day he decided to open the parcels. There was little in them, just clothes and a volleyball with Wilson written on it. Chuck looked at the ball. Using ash from the fire, he drew a mouth and two eyes on it. Now Chuck had a friend. His name was Wilson. There was still one parcel left. Anna Bracebridge, Jacksonville, USA. The address on it said. Chuck was not sure why, but he decided to leave it unopened. As the years went by, Chuck got so used to the island that he knew it as well as he knew his hometown. And Chuck got used to having conversations with Wilson. In his imagination, the volleyball wasn't a ball anymore. He was a person. So Wilson heard all about Chuck's life back in the USA. He heard all of Chuck's dreams for the future. He shared Chuck's hopes when occasionally a ship passed by far away on the horizon. He shared his sadness as the ship disappeared. Then one day, Chuck woke up and knew he could stay on the island no longer. He had to get back home even if it killed him. From now on, he spent every day building a raft from pieces of wood he found on the island. He took his time. After a few months, he was finally happy with his work. He picked up Wilson and placed him on the raft. He put the unopened parcel next to him. Chuck pushed the raft into the water and jumped on. So guys, that was the story about Castaway. See you soon. Goodbye.